So hello guys. Today we read 8th class, first unit, second chapter, a concrete example. And concrete mean is a solid mixture used to make buildings, houses, etc. So let's move on to the poem. My next door neighbor, Mrs. Jones. So meaning the neighbor, the neighborhood of the speaker. The speaker is that, and their Mrs. Jones is that. We imagine has got a garden full of stones. There is a very nice garden, like the gardens we see in our surroundings are of soil and greenery, but this garden is very different. It is made up of full of stones. A crazy path, a lily pond, a rockery, and just beyond, a sundial with strange device, which Mrs. Jones thinks rather nice. So the speaker says, a crazy path. That is shown a crazy path of Mrs. Jones' garden. A lily pond. A lily pond. That is the lily pond. Sorry, that is the lily pond. A lily pond. A sundial with strange device, which Mrs. Jones thinks rather nice. So the speaker saying about this device, which Mrs. Jones thinks is nice. So let us move on to the next stanza. My next door neighbor, Mrs. Jones, put little plants between the stones. So the speaker says, first line of every stanza, my next door neighbor. He is reminding you कि there my neighborhood, Mrs. Jones, puts plants between the stones. They are so delicate and small. They don't mean anything at all. I can't think how she gets them in unless she plants with them with a pen. So the speaker says, Mrs. Jones puts plants in stones like here is the very examples like that that we have shown very many flowers between the stones, and they are so delicate and small. They are very small and delicate. They don't mean an all, meaning the garden of full of stones is very small plants or saplings. They not mean anything. Next, speaker is confused how she plant them. He says, unless she plant with them a pen. She plant with them a pen. And next, my next door neighbor, Mrs. Jones, once asked me round to see her stones. We stood and talking about a flower for a quit and quarter hour. Where is this lovely thing? I cried. You are standing on it, she replied. So we know that the speaker says in second stanza that they don't mean anything all and small and delicate. So Mrs. Jones says them to round off their garden. They are speaking for an flower for a quite a quarter hour. When speaker question, where is this lovely thing? Where is this the flower? Then she replied, "You are standing on it."